They got chenned hard. They lost, and suddenly they fired back. Game 2 with that Storm Spirit, and then Game 3 with the signature Chappie Arc Warden. So excited to see what's up Empire's sleeve today.
Well, they banned the Chen to start things off. They banned the Chen against Puppey, you know, one of his signature heroes for many, many years.
You know what we got to talk about today? It's got to be Sven and Luna, right? What's the deal? Are they going to be pro heroes now? Are we back, baby?
Sven definitely. I'm not sure about Luna. You know, okay, with the stacks and stuff, she can be strong. I'm just not sold on her as a hero. Her and Gyrocopter have always kind of annoyed me. You know, being in that middle kind of section, not really melee, not really ranged. they kind of irritate me. But I think Sven definitely is something to look out for here for both teams. Maybe not first phase. You know, they can suffer from being kited by force staffs or slows. It can be a bit annoying, but. First phase of bans, Clockwork removed. Empire have shown that they are incredibly good, not just for the offlane clock for Ghost Stick, but also Meposhka's roaming 4 role. Ember Spirit has been Mid One's best hero, I feel, for the past, a year or something on Team Secret. You know, it's been amazing along with Invoker. Ogre Magi feels almost like a throwaway. Just, hey, this hero is really good if you do pick something like a Sven or a Luna, or one of those agi carries, helps them farm faster. But what was the change with Treant? You said it the other day. It's not a stun anymore. It's a root?
It's a disarm. It's a rooting disarm. It kind of looks like a little mini entangle when he hits you now. So still pretty effective. Team still seeing the value in him. And well, this morning I woke up and I decided I wanted to check Dota buff because I've been seeing all these Sven win rate increases. He did go up 8.1%, which is crazy. Like that's actually unreal. But you know who lost the most? It was actually Nature's Prophet. He went down 4.89%.
But
more than Brood, more than Medusa.
But
what happened?
I feel like that happens a lot when new patches come out and there's this like really cool change. Oh look, Nature's Prophet has a 0-second cooldown on TP, and then all of the idiotic morons, pick it and they're like, "Ha, I'm gonna TP into the fountain and feed." It's that kind of thing, right?
It can increase my efficiency.
Well, it's one of those things that can increase efficiency for you, but it also can increase the efficiency for your opponents if you're TPing into stupid places. So I think if it's one of those spells that you can misuse quite easily.
I think almost a 5% drop is still. It can't be just that though.
Maybe not.
Like, there's no way that's enough to account for that much of a drop. I mean, this guy was looking so good, right? We were talking to Prophet. He was on the rise. He's got that nice base damage now. He just comes to lane and bullies you. This offlaner that. I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see maybe just general changes around the map. I don't know if it was the shrines or something like that. Maybe he can't be as active early or something, or his teammates can't be there to gank him. Just a couple things adding up. But looking forward to see what sort of global range they opt for with this. Empire pretty famous for this here Ghost Stick Prophet, although we only got to see it in that one game at the end there with the Arc Warden. So I'd be interested to see if Secret just take it out right here. Just like I don't want to deal with that hero.
Or just remove Arc Warden. Well, they get rid of Chappie's Razor, which was another hero they used yesterday to. It was a game 2 where they had an excellent run. He was like 18-1 or something ridiculous. He just got tanky and couldn't be killed pretty much.
Got a couple buffs for himself.
Yeah, especially against the melee carry, with a static link. What's it with the ultimate now? It prioritizes either storm prioritizes linked. Yeah, okay. That's a pretty cool little change.
As you said, Jug though, the item, the halberd. I was watching Dear Sons Fan and Shane play some games this morning. I was talking to them on TeamSpeak because I woke up and they were already in some games. And they had a Lifestealer and a Jug on the enemy team. So think about Halberd now against those two heroes. If they while Jug is spinning, for example, yes, he's magic immune, so you can't Halberd him, but he also can't output that much damage. If you were to throw the Halberd on this guy either before the spin or after the spin, that feels pretty damn weak, doesn't it? That's a sad hero.
How does Halberd interact with Omnislash? You can't get the mini hits in between.
You wouldn't get the attacks, right? You would get the physical damage, but
not the extra.
Actually, right.
Okay.
That'd be quite a bit of damage removed.
Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. And then you have the evasion on top of it, obviously, with a talisman into the halberd. It's
and then Lifestealer, he kind of has the same issues, right? He has to deal with this whole BKB crap with it. Speaking of which, Spiritbreaker, a great hero against Juggernaut and Lifestealer in that sense, but could also be one of the better positioned for us to actually buy a halberd, honestly.
Yeah, we actually used to see it. You know, Spirit Breaker, one of those heroes that doesn't often get to buy big items. People would like buy, you know, treads, urn, Hand of Midas, maybe a Shadow Blade would be good for them. And then they'd be like, what do I need next? If I don't need a BKB, I can go for a Halberd. It was kind of one of those, you know, throwaway items if you felt like going for it. But
checks a lot of boxes here, man. Global presence, anti-juggernaut. This is a very nice grab here from Empire.
Yeah, definitely. Fits their playstyle, you know, that kind of catch and kill where they charge across the map, they bring in the numbers, all of a sudden it starts with a, you know, a 2v4 or 2v5 where Secret feel they have the numbers, and then Team Empire come out of the woodwork with a number of other heroes, but they follow through with... I feel like this is going to be a Kezu Earthshaker. I don't feel the synergy between Treant and Earthshaker in the 4 and 5 roles, unless they do some kind of cool dual lane setup, but... I think Kezu off lane here, Puppy Treant, more likely than not, and then give Yapzor, again, one of those kind of playmaking heroes that he can run around the map and do things with. But we are lacking the mid laners here. Both teams kind of waiting until the latter stages of the draft to pick up heroes for mid 1 and FN. And I'm really excited to see this matchup. FN has proven to be one of the best mid laners in the world. I remember even a year and a half ago, Blitz was talking about this guy, you know, playing against Artesian 1v1s, practicing and training 1v1, and even though he was playing on US servers, he was slamming people. Like, no, seriously, this guy is like, honestly, probably one of the most talented individual 1v1 players in the world at this moment in time. Probably, you know, definitely top 10, maybe even top 5, but I wonder about the matchup. I wonder about the 1v1 matchup or the laning matchup, especially now we have extra creeps mid, the extra melee creep mid, the lack of the shrines until 5 minutes. How important do you think these 4 role support's going to be? Because we saw a lot of roaming in previous patches with Earth Spirit and Spirit Breaker, you know, running into mid lane. Before that, we saw the Nagas and the Skywrath sitting mid. Do you think now we revert back to pure 1v1s, or is it going to be more hectic at mid lane?
Team Secret's turn to pick.
I was kind of... We've been seeing a lot of dual lanes, I guess, from the little that we've had. And also watching quite a few of like top tier pubs and stuff like that. Seems to be a lot of these dual lane heroes. Like the Ogre Magi ban kind of comes back around to that as well. Just not wanting those guys in the mid lane because, as you said, there's more experience there now. It's more important. I noticed Viper also had a 3% win rate increase last night, just from the brief change of the patch. Because think about it, you like anyone who can bully you out of a lane, like this Razor or this Viper, you're so sad. Like this guy, you're out of the lane. This guy's gonna be denying getting bonus experience. It's like, again, it's, you know, multiplicative in the mid lane as well because he's got that extra creep. So for now though, this is pretty classic Empire. I would be shocked if they did not ban Troll here from Secret, but I'm sure they will, because there's no way Team Empire gets a Troll Warlord in the end of this draft, right?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, with both Ogre and Magnus banned out, it felt weird that Empire are picking up the PA, because so often they have this chappy Phantom Assassin that has, you know, a bunch of steroids pumped into her with all these buffs and stuff. But right now, you know, there's not even an Abaddon to buy a Vlad's or give her a shield or anything. There's no real additional value to get out from the PA apart from just the, you know, hero itself. And you do mention the Troll, which could be a nice little thing to bring up that attack speed, not just for her, but Nature's Prophet and Spirit Breaker as well.
They love it, man.
They love that attack speed. What about Secret, though? What's Yapzor's hero?
Well, I think Rubik was a very nice ban, of course. Class against the Spirit Breaker. Something along those lines. I don't know if the CM... maybe they will CM, just because they went with the Storm. They could either CM or Coddle last pick here, probably, depending on which one isn't banned by Empire.
The classic fourth pick Storm Spirit, though, make sure it doesn't get 5th banned, you know?
Yeah.
We're starting to see that a fair amount now. I was considering Warlock maybe here for Secret. It gives them that kind of counter initiation, allows Earthshakers to maybe walk into the fight. I'm still, you know, wondering maybe it's going to be the Yapzor Earthshaker and they've got something else planned for Kezu, or again some kind of aggressive dual lane, or maybe you know, Juggernaut Treant run towards the Phantom Assassin because she is relatively weak in the first couple of levels.
I was gonna say, if they ban Coddle, then I'm okay with the Yapzor Shaker, but I'm sure Coddle was the best hero for them that was left. With the stacks coming back now again and being able to use that 1 minute efficiency, a hero that can easily stack dual camps with very high like efficiency, like the idea that you're going to get it off most times. You know, a lot of supports can do it, but it's very easy with Coddle. So that was a smart ban by Empire. We'll see if they actually don't opt for the Troll.
Team Secret.
OD taken out. I guess against the Storm Spirit, that lane domination would be very annoying. Chappie, of course, could go mid PA and they swap things around, but it will be the Yapzor Earthshaker, and Timbersaw picked up. That feels more like an MP hero than... I don't remember seeing Kezu playing Timbersaw recently, but maybe I'm wrong.
I would agree. It does feel more like an MP hero, but it looks like it'll be Kezu this time.
It's a lot of damage.
Remaining.
It's a lot of damage. Maybe. Oh. See, looking at this, you'd want to give the Timber Sword the 1v1 against Furion, right? Have that Timber against the Nature's Prophet for the Treants, and Morphling for Empire. These drafts. Cool.
That's interesting. Yeah, that they're still going. Assumed. Oh, is this going to be a mid morph then? Okay, so they're going like greedy rather than because like Storm high armor versus the PA mid lane. It's not exactly like a super dominating performance. But Storm isn't going to be getting charged the whole time, so they definitely could have put PA mid if they wanted to and just like bully the shit out of him with Nature's Prophet. But now it's kind of like we're just going to send a morphling mid at you. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to like put all this pressure on here? All right.
And with no range support, with no range support for Secret, how are they going to come in and right-click the Morphling out of lane? Earthshaker Treant can't really, roam into mid and zone people out like we were kind of chatting about earlier. Miposhka has a much easier route to, gang in onto the Storm Spirit or even the Timbersaw.
But in typical like Empire fashion, they always have this PA that they're down at like 14 to 20 minutes or so. They're starting to lose the game and things look like they're just slipping out, and then that steroid comes online and they start buffing up their PA with the Empower or the Troll ult or that Bloodlust, something like that. But there really isn't anything this game. Like Ghostix gonna buy drums, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Maybe the Spirit Breaker buys a Vlad's, could be looking at the kind of Brown Boots Midas Vlad's or something along those lines to help out the PA. But more often than not, it's the Phantom Assassin who goes, Phase Boots Vlad's into the Desolator and just helps herself out. As Chappie will be playing over on that one. And the taunts begin. Of course they do. Observer Ward out from Puppey already. The smoke and TP's very quick from Secret as Yapsaw made his way into the Radiant jungle. Miposhka gets one down over near the rune spot of the Dire. He's actually moving a little bit deeper. I don't know if he's aiming to block up the pull camp. Oh, no, just be the rune spot ward, like I thought. Treant's going to scout as well. So these lanes from Team Empire, Chappie looks like he's heading towards the mid lane, and they will have the safe lane Morphling, so they will swap the roles up a little bit there. So it'll be Morph plus Jakiro against that Kezu Timbersaw, it feels, and with all that magic damage, a level 1 Timbersaw will struggle quite significantly against them all. And FN, I was talking about the 1v1 mid matchup between FN and mid 1, and it looks like FN is he's already baiting. That's a little bait there. It's just a mid 1. The question mark comes out. Good luck.
Good.
Good?
Question mark.
Good luck.
So, no, you're not wrong. I mean, PA trying to harass out of Timber, probably okay for the first little bit, but once the reactor comes up, not going to be very successful. So, it makes more sense to have the Morphling down here. Still have to try and apply that pressure onto him, and I would say you have higher kill power in the mid lane with the PA.
MP taking a chunk of damage already. They'll get one bounty rune apiece, it looks like. Dude, there as
what a hero.
Is forced away by the Orb of Venom of Puppey, but look at MP's HP. Yeah. Drops so low. If Ghosty gets his one click off as well, he cancels the salve. Okay. MP is going to be mega triggered right now. That is the most annoying thing that can happen to your safe laner, is getting harassed down to 150 HP, then have the salve forced out. Goes to buy the poor man's shield and complete it up. But Ghostic already off to a great start up on this top lane. Mid lane, Chappie, 1v1 against mid 1, the PA against Storm. Chappie's going to take a bit of harass there from those little remnants, but it's this bottom lane that I'm more interested in. So Miposhka Spirit Breaker's hanging around looking for maybe a stack and a pull. King Oz Jakiro will be, zoning and harassing. But look at where Yapsaw's sitting. Kind of just blocking off creeps and giving Kezu a little bit more experience than maybe Empire would have judged him to have.
Yeah, make sure to just get him through that little early bit, right? Once the reactive armor's up there, he'll be doing a little bit better. I think top lane's just going to be fun as hell to watch, though. Like, Ghostic he's got a brown boots, he had a sentry down already to watch for Puppey rotating in, and Puppey has to go for this pull play, and Ghostic, he's just going to, run everywhere these Treants. What are they going to do about him? And, when is MP going to have boots? Oh, this lane just looks like so much fun for the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, it's a rough one. But I can't take my eyes off mid, Trent. I cannot. That's true. I cannot take my eyes off mid. With the extra...
There's gonna be this beef coming in, grade A Russian beef. Miposhka. Gotta watch for that.
See, I'm starting to, think and kind of...
You started thinking?
I started thinking. I know. Yeah. It's 2017. I have to change the way I work, I've not been thinking for the past 27 years, so I thought, okay, it's about time. You need to get this brain kicking into action. But with the extra melee creep, it not only means that, you know, there are more chances for denies and there's more CS, but it also kind of extends the phase of last hitting, right? So with heroes like Storm spamming Remnants and Chappie spamming Dagger, that means you get more daggers and more Remnants to spam as long as you have the mana to cast it. So you have more damage output potential, right? And PA, I feel, is very good here. With level 2 Dagger, you're just constantly throwing them out and out and out, and mid one is going to struggle to kind of understand when he's safe to be in the creep wave. Right now he's okay, he's got a Remnant to go, and he's got level 2 and the passive to try and spam out Chappie, and you've seen already him burn through a lot of his regen. But just wait for these daggers to start flying out, and it's going to be...
And Chappie's bringing his brown boots. So he's got the boot edge now onto mid one. And this is probably where our gank should come in, right? Oh, he got it on the way back. Nice one, Ghostic. The classic.
He's got the courier. Bot lane is a bit of a scuffle going on down there. Mid, are they going in again? Mid one. He's being chased down by the Jakiro and PA with that remnant damage, not enough to find the kill. Chappie with a hell of Jakiros.
Yeah. It's like literally you're like, dude, Boots just came on the courier. Someone come kill. So they get the kill mid, and then they get the one bottom right after.
Yeah, the kill of Kezu. That Fisher from Yapzor did block in FN a little bit, but not enough to stop him near the tower. And enough damage to kill off the Timbersaw, who's only level 2 right now. Even with the blocks and the kind of pulls back from Yapzor, still difficult for them, especially with the shrines not active until 5 minutes in. You know, they've got another minute and a half until they have that regen available, while Ghostic, level 3.5, closing on level 4, got the courier snipe, back to lane, nearly got phase boots.
And look at that comparison, the denies. 8 denies for a Morphling, 1 for the Jode. Just because of how Ghostic just had this early advantage in the lane. And so he's not giving away that bonus experience to the enemy core or losing it from himself.
Absolutely. Look how scared Secret are playing on this bottom lane. Timbersaw kind of being solo zoned out there by Miposhka's Spirit Breaker. He just walks up to him. Kezu has to walk back. Even with the poor man's shield, not too happy with the way things are going. And Kingor finds an Invis rune down at the bot spot. This might be found out by Yapzor. I don't know if the
it was close.
fade time, no, it's nighttime came along.
Charge bottom? Okay, that's fine. And we're about to be 6 on mid one too, so they really want to get this gank off like nowish, right? Maybe they're going to start the charge. Yeah, it looks like Miposhka's on his way. 4 heroes coming in.
Oh boy.
This is the worst feeling.
What do you do? What?
Like, you're so dead. Miposhka doesn't even get there in time.
What do you do?
Alright, well. So he'll be 6 by the time he TP's back the tower, honestly.
Empire off to a great start. 3-0, 1700 net worth lead. Off lane is winning, safe lane is winning, mid lane is winning. FN getting bullied a little bit by Kezu down the bot lane now. The supports have left though, but Chappie's PA starting to get up in the face of mid one, but he's about to hit level 6, so these ganks are going to become incredibly difficult for Empire once he does have that ball lightning. But with a charge coming through, mid one might have mistimed this, and with a blink forward from the Phantom Assassin, okay, mid one zips away. Another hit not going to come out from Miposhka, and thanks to Puppy's rotation in with the lead seed, there's not enough slow there to stop Chappie from retreating, and a turn back around from the PA as well. Miposhka in the mix of things. Charge not cancelled. Yapzor holding the Fisher, waiting for that moment to strike, seeing if maybe mid one can get some kind of counter kill, but Treant will be the one to give his life for the cause, and also TP in to refill mid one's bottle.
Yeah, Puppy basically just got baited by mid one. Like, that was a really nice short zip by mid one just to make sure that he could, like, kind of bait the draw in further so Puppy could go for the slow and the turnaround, but unable to get the damage. So Puppy ends up kind of feeding away one, but 4-0, 1700 gold lead at this point.
Well, MP gets a nice pull off, and he's been left alone. Mid lane, oh god, there's another battle going down. Chappie. Fisher comes through onto Ghostic. Mid one doesn't have much mana to give here though, and this Nature's Prophet with the damage from the phase boots and another Orb of Venom. How many Orbs of Venom do we have in this game as we miss a kill down the bottom lane? Kezu dies again. So we have multiple kind of 3v1s across the map.
Things are starting to get a little out of hand. Got a nice little stack here as well they can clean up in the moment here with King Ire.
Yeah, could stack it up again. Have FN waveform through. He's got a level 3 waveform.
MP's a drum builder, it seems.
Kezu being charged again. In comes the liquid fire. They don't have the chase power though. Kezu did back up in time before Miposhka could land the stun. Mid one has reverted to jungling. Doesn't have treads. Trying to build into his soul ring. This puppy will likely leech experience at the mid lane, but this is...
I'd be really surprised if they kill Kezu again.
Well, 2 points in Timber Chain, 2 points in Reactive Armor. They go in with a charge on the waveform, the damage output. Look at him go! Kezu dropping low. He Timber Chains back across, but the damage output too good from Empire. And the Fissure from Yabzor. TP.
Gareth, I'm really surprised.
Are you surprised?
Man, so much attention. Kezu's just like, are you serious? This guy's still here? Speedbreaker's just sitting on these steps and you can't even see him for so long. Ugh.
And they got another stack.
Infuriating.
And a pull by King R. What's the experience like? Got a level 7, 2 level 6s, a level 4. It's actually not looking that bad for Team Secret. Only about 1,000 XP behind. It's just the Earthshaker who's really, really lacking. And the Timbersaw who's probably seen better days.
Mid one, he's starting to catch up though. He's got 1 stack in his main jungle. So not too much going for him. MP's going to stack another one up here. Not sure if that'll end up being for him or for his Storm Spirit here.
Yeah, he's been stacking and pulling it across, trying to drag the wave away. When he's alone, he's not really the best at shoving this tier 1 tower. He'd like to have someone else there with him, especially when Ghostic can just TP in and stop the push, pull the creeps across, and limit all the damage done to that tower. He's been utilizing the creep waves really to try and farm as much as he possibly can. Mid one has moved from his jungle into the enemy jungle, farming in the Radiant side. Spots out Maposhka, charged up.
And a haste rune.
That's right. Catch me if you can.
Explains why he's in here.
Does he go for the kill here? Maposhka, very tanky.
Yeah, raindrops, there's no way.
Kezu again, in trouble. Breathe fire with a liquid fire as well, but Yabzor's behind him this time, ready, preempting the movement. Mid one does make the rotation across with the haste rune forward, looking for some kind of damage in. But there's no kill potential here, and with a sprout onto Yabzor, mid one breaks the trees. Yabzor's dead though, with a crit out from Chappie, and mid one's running out of mana. He's got nothing left with the final remnant. His stick charge up, zips to the north, and Maposhka's killed up. But the waveform out from FN gets him in a good position. The soul ring and the zip. Mid one very tight with that, but the dagger will secure the kill, even with the healing ward out. MP will not be able to save his teammate, and this is Secret rotating people down to try and fight this. But Team Empire, they're all full HP.
And look at this, like this Timbersaw is still not even 6. If he was 6 in that fight, that could have gone so much better for them. The Space Cow diving in so deep. But Maposhka, he made it all worth it. I really thought that charge was not going to be end up, it looked pretty deep, You're chasing the Storm Spirit that far, and he almost made it out there, but now mid lane Puppy, he's been trying to get levels in gold mid, and it worked out for a while. That time is over now.
Charge coming through.
Jeez, that was fortuitous.
Yeah, he was aiming bot lane, but it lands in onto mid one, who zipped in. 9-1 at 10 minutes. Chappie's Phantom Assassin is going straight into the Desolator, not skipping a beat, not going for the Vlads. Just wants the damage. I guess that'll probably mean the Spirit Breaker picks one up for himself, but you're right. The phase drums over on Ghostic, heading into the hand of Midas. Perseverance is being built by the Morphling. These cores of Team Empire are getting stronger and stronger. What's MP heading for? So you said he was finishing off the drums, and Shadowblade is going to be picked up by him soon, it looks like. Some kind of way to
Silver Edge.
Get in and out of fights. But yeah, the Silver Edge for the Phantom Assassin's evasion is going to be very key.
Interesting build, so just stacking a lot of attack speed here. But the drums, I mean, this is, again, back to kind of our older school heroes, and back when camps were like this, just more efficiency, quicker, a little bit of sustain for yourself, some regen. Keep your mana up while you're spinning through camps.
I wonder if FN considers a Midas of his own.
Honestly, I'm surprised that they're even building one on Ghostic. I thought this item was going to be dead now. It takes so long. It takes 16 minutes to get the money back that you put into a Midas, and in that time period, you gain about 2,000 experience.
Yeah.
In 15 minutes. Like that, it feels like right now with the camps, if you just had an item that helped you farm faster like a Maelstrom, you would get more golden experience out of that. Plus, you'd be more useful in team fights.
And you can split push more. It helps shove waves quite significantly. Kezu again has Yabzor behind him. King R just throws a couple of spells his way. As mid one, I don't know what happened there. I heard him ball lightning and I saw all of his mana go. He zipped across halfway from mid lane to bot lane. Not entirely sure what happened there, but fair enough, I guess. MP has been very quiet this game, though. He's sat top lane for the large chunk of these first 12 minutes. Made one movement bot. Hasn't taken the tier 1 top lane. Hasn't even done any significant damage to it either. What is Secret's way back in? Is it just to sit back, relax, and farm?
it's kind of weird, right? Because Storm doesn't have the best friends. His best friend's probably going to be like Yapsor, but of course he is not having a great game. Not given an opportunity to really. They've been giving that mid lane to Puppey instead. You know, he's the guy with 34 last hits. Yapsor's got 5. So you would think there would be some more items coming up for Puppey or something. He's going to donate the tome to Yapsor. Yeah, so shout out to Puppey. Helping out his bud here.
King R, Invis behind mid 1.
This is familiar.
They have the vision to charge, and guess who's coming in as well? Chappie, ready to blink on through with the Ghost Stick ulti, TPing into the back. The Ice Path won't land, and mid 1 zip-zapping away, dodges the charge. Don't know if that was cancelled. I think it might have been by Miposhka. Another TP's come in. Yapsor gets the Fisher down, and it looks like Miposhka is dead under the tier 1 here. The Dire will finally get a kill.
That was one of those, like, because it's level 1 zip, right? Because the charge speed, well, I guess it's just like, it's easier to do with the level 1 zip because the charge speed's so much slower, but he timed that right because he heard it complete on the charge and just does nothing. That was pretty legit by mid 1, of course. You know, he's pretty good at these spirit heroes, it seems. And a nice stack here from Yapsor into the Ancients, of course. Not too handy just yet. No one really wants to go into those golems, I don't think.
Hey, Yapsor he's level 6, he's got a magic wand. He's doing okay. He's got his Blink Dagger queued up as well. It'll take a while, but...
He had Arcanes on the mind, but there's no time.
Where are you TPing to? Ghost Stick has found Puppey. Miposhka was charging in, and with this damage, the Ice Path follows through. The Overgrowth comes through, and Puppey still never struck and killed off by this Miposhka Spirit Breaker. No one there to stop this happening. As Secret have 2 heroes bot lane shoving the tier 1. 1 hero back in the fountain as mid 1 regenning after farming jungle. But look at where Yapsor's sitting.
And look at FN's inventory. I mean, this guy hasn't had to do anything like the entire game. He's got 6,600 net worth. Moving into his Lincolns momentarily, and then, you know, that's so far ahead of any sort of an Orchid coming out from mid 1.
Yeah, it's real difficult. Mid 1's going on Ghost Stick. Half HP now, and mid 1's not giving up just yet with the Fisher there. This is a good kill. Charge comes across into Ebby, but the only slash gets onto King R before it lands, and now Secret. This is the fight they were looking for. 3 out of nothing. Thin air manifests into death and destruction as Team Empire. They group up mid, but without Chappie and without FN. They didn't have the damage sources or the sustain they really needed to get into that battle.
Yeah, and especially the control. I mean, mid 1, there's really no direct grab on this guy. I mean, that's why Storm Spirit comes out in later parts of the draft. Yes, there's these things like there's charge, and maybe there's even, in some ways, the Nether Strike and whatnot, but there's no root, there's no hex, so he pretty much has free will and free flow through these fights just to make sure he doesn't land in a precast Ice Path from the King R, but that would be pretty impressive if he could do that every single time.
Oh, look at that. It's the mini root. But in comes the charge. Nice spin. MP. Perfectly timed. The Sprout will be here from Ghost Stick. Blocks his retreat, but the Shadow Amulet does. There we go. They've got the vision. And another strike lands, so MP will die. Chappie. Have they dusted Puppey?
And it's all because Puppey used his Entangle, his Overgrowth earlier to try and save himself.
Oh, dear. These sentries placed down with the Observer Wards as well, giving perfect vision for Empire to see the movements of Team Secret. And this is Chappie now with a Desolator. This is him doing so much damage. The crit, of course. You get the RNG luck there, but nothing really Secret could do to stop it.
We have a Bloodstone and about 250 gold here. And that might be enough for them to try and get aggressive. Kezu, though, still has such a hard time contributing. He's sitting on a Vit Booster and a Soul Ring. Like, he's trying to build his own Bloodstone, but... Ugh. Tough life. At least he's a magic wand, I suppose. I've got to start thinking about this Roche fight.
That is like one of these single worst, like, silver linings. At least he has a magic wand.
Dude, it's got charges on it. I mean, I'm looking up here. All right.
13 charge magic wand. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. You can sell that back for more than you paid for it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
DD rune for mid 1. 4 heroes of Empire, though, back in their jungle. How is Yapsor doing for his blink? This is the thing that always surprises me. Somehow Yapsor is getting closer and closer. He buys brown boots, a magic wand, then he has like 300 gold. Then he has 600 gold, then he has 900, then he has 1300, then all of a sudden he just, you know, manipulates space and time to get a blink in his inventory.
Yep. It's I mean, that's the big thing though. That's the one thing all these position 4 players have in common is they just don't die a lot. Like, he has 1 death this game.
Good
but
position
it hasn't
4
been
players.
while he's doing this.
Good position 4 players.
Yeah, exactly. Don't die. Just that's what it comes down to. You know, these guys that get these crazy early blink daggers, and you're like, what the hell? He has 4 last hits and no kills, and he's a blink dagger. Don't die.
It really is very important. Empire, looks like they want another tier 1. Line their pockets with a bit more gold for their supports. This Chappie's Desolator makes short work of the armor of the tier 1. And there's no response here from Secret. They are grouping up for the mid push.
Trying to find something here.
He's seen
this could be good.
I think this is just an easy kill. He's holding on to the Vortex before the TP comes out. They've killed MP, but Ghoststick is dead. Where did MP die? Mid lane. Chappie. Oh god, he just got blown up, I guess.
Oh wow.
That must have been a...
He literally just got daggered to death. Oh, he was charged.
Yeah, there's mana missing on Miposhka, so it must have been a charge into dagger, then a couple of crits. And they go back in on top lane. There's no Ghoststick here to fight. Miposhka gonna get baited, and that's a very interesting move. Wasting the time of Team Secret so they don't get the tier 1, and now the rest of the team is actually lining up to try and fight. They're gonna TP forward FN. They get the tier 1 at long last. Mid 1 finishes it, but Kezu will get himself across with the Timber Chain, but the dagger and the hits with a waveform landing down on his head. Eventually get that kill.
And with that, like, Yapso's out of mana now in the in the base, so that next wave coming through gonna come pretty damn far. That might be enough for them to start heading towards Roche with Timber down. Oh, and I think they're in.
Yapso's 200 gold away from Blink. Are there jungle camps? Yeah. So that's this wave plus those jungle camps, and he's got Blink.
They see him though, so they're just like, okay, this is free. MP has a Shadow Blade, but I mean, this is unlikely.
They must have dust. They've got dust on Ghoststick.
They have sentries on King Air too.
Yeah, it's dropped now as well before Roche dies. They're jumping in onto Miposhka. Looks like that will be the kind of bait there for Secret to
take. It's really taking space cow to heart this game.
Oh, FN takes the Aegis. Mid 1 has jumped in, but now immediately jumps straight back out with the Haste Rune and the Bull Lightning. Aegis and Roshan go the way of FN and Empire.
Dude, this guy is a rune fiend. He, like, this whole game, like that kill on Ghoststick just now, that was a DD rune. You know, he's been having this Arcane and Haste Rune active numerous times throughout the match, and now just another Haste Rune trying to bring his team back into the game here. And FN with this Lincoln Spear, like, what do they do against this guy? They have Entangle. Okay, maybe they could actually get him here. Nope.
Not when he replicates away like that.
Oh, that was so tempting. The blink on Yapsor Puppy there with the Entangle, but mid 1 not quite close enough. Or the Omni Slash also not there to just try and immediately burst them. Huh? Obviously going to be very difficult.
Here comes the smoke though. Mid 1 Bloodstone, 15 charges. Blink on Yapsor. Kezu is still a fair distance away. You know, 20 minutes in. What's the net worth of Earthshaker compared to? Yeah, it's like a 1700. Wait, no, 2700.
Did you highlight the sword in the mid lane from where MP died?
From MP.
Yeah, the one right by the Radiant tier 1 mid. If you like hover, if you like click over it, it shows the coup de grace.
The crit damage, yeah. Oh baby. Coup de grace.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
French Canadians don't know such fancy words.
Quoi?
French Canadians don't know such fancy words.
Quoi?
It's much, oh. I thought you were literally saying if you didn't hear me.
Tu ne comprends pas. Tu es un crétin.
I understand too much, that's the problem.
Oh really? Oh, that's a nice go. Miposhka found again. Ice Path and the Macro Fire Poppy obliterated in the fire and the flames. The zip back out and the buyback from Miposhka. Now looking to turn this back and get some more as Ghoststick. He does sprout Kezu, but with that Iron Talon, oh no, not the Iron Talon, actually just Timber Chained himself out. The mid 1 standing his ground and fighting up against Ghoststick. He's taken down as well. This Fisher, Yapsor, he's holding the big Echo Slam. Where's it going to land? 3 heroes grouped up in the middle here as mid 1 still going on through. There it is. And Yapsor lands it into 2. FN morphing through, but Chappie tries to TP, cancels some BKBs. Now he goes on the mid 1 and they've got him as well. 6 kill streak goes the way of Empires. Another Fisher lands from Yapsor, but Chappie with that fresh Black King bar cleans up that fight quite nicely.
Well, I thought Yapsor was about to save the game. That looked so good for the Dire, and they never even got off that Omni Slash. MP never quite found the moment. What was the damage there from? Look at that, 1889 damage. 2 Fishers and that Echo Slam, the most of his entire team. They still weren't quite able to get it there. Great buyback from Miposhka, just coming back in, being another body in the fight, having that control element. Of course, taking it near a shrine was also very handy for Team Empire.
Did
TP's flying through.
Did MP just not get Omni Slash off?
Yeah, he just didn't get it off. He had it for like that whole fight.
That's
I think
tragic.
he might have ran out of mana near the end. That would be my guess.
Maybe there were just too many treants in the way or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely worth noting, yeah.
Either way, very irritating for Secret in a fight which looked like was won for them, even against that Aegis. Morphling still holds on to it, and 22 minutes in, FN has Lincoln Sphere, Ethereal Blade, and this is where things get really nasty.
And how about his strength morphing that fight, too?
Oh, yeah.
So well done. We do have a Bloodstone on Kezu now, so this is the important fight. You know, try and get some charges back on the mid one. He's only down 1 now at this point after some wins and some losses, but
Dire's middle tower is under
mid's still at full HP. It would be quite an effort to take this. Oh, it's an Arcane Rune on Chappie.
Dagger spam.
4.2 second cooldown.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Look at him
That
go.
was easy. Thought they might think
Nope.
about pulling the wave, but nope. I mean, it's a Deso, that's fair.
You leave them alone, you leave Empire alone. Ethereal Blade Lincolns, BKB Deso. Jakiro doesn't have anything, Spirit Breaker doesn't have anything, but they don't matter. They just throw spells at people. Orchid now for Ghost Stick though, that is very dangerous, especially when mid one has no defensive item, no Yules, no Lincolns. Puppy finds Miposhka, and with the damage output coming through, Fisher to lock him in place as well. They do get another kill, but it just feels like Miposhka is that one guy standing at the door, you know, not letting Secret into the real treasures, you know, the real kills onto the rest of his team.
They also know 100% there's a ward there too, so that'll get dewarded. Yeah, Puppy's coming now. So, very nice scouting from Puppy. Secure that free kill, but it's, again, just this is what Miposhka does, man. We had so many games like this yesterday with the Arc Warden, or so many kills rather, where he was just dying because he was like pushing these waves and giving us information like way out in the middle of nowhere, and it just didn't matter because of how far ahead Empire were and how much their other cores abused that. Like, you've just got FN waveforming into tier 3 towers. Monsters dying.
Like, what do you do though? How do you stop this Morphling? You have very few spells to actually pop his Lincolns, never mind kill him through Strength Morph. I think you kind of just have to ignore FN in a team fight and focus down the rest of his team.
Dude, how do you kill him?
But then
Like,
most of your damage is
One's
magic.
Radiant's
building a Shiva's guard.
bottom tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
And then there's a Chappie BKB and a Basher now done for the PA. Most of your damage is magical outside of the Juggernaut, who's gone Shadowblade, Silver. Yeah, Silver Edge is done now. Maybe that's the time to go. Maybe that's your flag. But Empire are the one with their front foot forward. They smoke up into the dire jungle. They're looking for kills and picks so they can go high ground, so they can go for tier 3s. And now they've got the vision on MP. They'll charge up with the Spirit Breaker going forward. So they just need some reveal. With the Sentry dropped and Nether Strike down. MP is locked in place, but mid one has jumped on through. He zips himself forward, but Chappie's BKB's there, and the Ominous Slash just bounces on the Yule Scepter target. King R, he baits it all in with a Bloodstone regen MP. He's got a decent amount of HP, but the damage
nice
output
charge.
from Empire is way too strong. Secret lose 2 in quick succession, and that's their 2 big cores.
I mean, that's a Storm Spirit and a Timbersaw throwing every one of their spells on a Jakiro that just Yules, buys more time, and yeah, he dies, but who cares? So does not matter.
I am going to be looking at Yapzor. The one last hope for Secret is a big Echo Slam, but, well, Kezu loses half of his HP from an E-Blade combo. Empire retreat.
Empire look very good. I can't believe the difference between them in that game 1 versus VP. It's just, I mean, that comes down to first phase Chen ban, I suppose, in terms of like what they're not comfortable with and what they had a hard time fighting up against. But they really do have this whole like mid-game Chappie acceleration thing down pat. It's just been the way they've been playing for the past couple of months.
And FN on a greedy core.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen his Shadow Fiends, his TAs, his Alchemist has been pretty spectacular in the past.
They have a gem now too.
Putting him on the safe lane with a Morphling, oh god, yeah. Boots of Travel, nearly 1,500 net worth, 26 minutes in. And it's not just that, but it's the PA and the Nature's Prophet as well. You know, it's the combination of all 3 cores having an inordinate amount of farm across the 3 of them. It's also the items that they've picked up. Mid one's down to 8 Bloodstone charges, nearly has a Shiver's Guard. What does that do for him, though?
Are they smoked? They must know they're in here. They're on the way. Yapzor is like higher level now this time than our past Echo Slam though. 2 points and max Aftershock.
Oh boy. No bash onto mid one just yet. Puppy. And charge through, and he holds the overgrowth for that BKB of Chappie, so now he can't move. They're looking for the kill over on Meposhka, but mid one doesn't have enough damage, and now Chappie's able to blink forward onto Yapzor. Finds the Earthshake on the back end. King R's about to die. His secret. Now they can look for more. But the silence, and the E-Blade from FN catches MP before he can do too much. Mid one got a bit of mana left, but Chappie, can he die? Can he die? He can! Secret find yet another. Kezu's still on the run, hunting down FN. This Morphling being chased away from the rest of his team.
I think you didn't quite get the memo there on Chappie that Kezu was cleaning up supports with the help of MP, like finishing off that Jakiro and the Spirit Breaker. They've been doing quite a bit. Again, talking about like the assistance being given to this PA. When she doesn't have her BKB active, that's when she's going to run into some serious trouble like that, being controlled up. She needs those charges to come through, or those ice paths just laid on top of her. So, pretty big win, considering that was Empire coming in aggressively as well. And the Silver Edge, I believe, right off the bat, got placed onto the PA too, but the BKB just helping out.
Yeah. I mean, that was, what, 5 Bloodstone charges across the two of them? I think mid one got 2 and Kezu got 3. Maybe, yeah, something like that. So he started off at 13. It's pretty good for them. What's MP going for though? Because Silver Edge plus Drums isn't the most amazing combination of items for a Juggernaut. Doesn't help you farm. It's pretty much single focus. It helps you against the Tempo Assassin and almost nothing else. Going for the Manta style next.
Good thing they kept that gem though. I'm pretty sure he BKB'd before. Because I saw him in the Silver Edge and Chappie got hit, but I'm pretty sure BKB before he got it because he didn't get the debuff. So that was pretty sick.
But then once the BKB comes out, Poppy was free to just overgrowth, control up the team fight, and things look good from Secret from there on out. But Roshan, the second one now, giving Cheese as well as Aegis a big boost here for Empire as they secure that with ease. Chappie, Cheese, FN, Aegis. Team Secret trying to spread thin across the map, farm these side lanes, keep them pushed across the river, so Empire don't have an easy transition from one lane to another when they hit these tier 3s.
I like that FN keeps using the PA illusion because of the blur effect. I never really, cause I was trying to think of like good reflections and stuff this game in terms of your morph replicate, but it's kind of cool with the PA because she can just like, you don't really see where this thing is impacting other lanes, where the Morphling might be going to. It's like harder to keep track of them just from your mini map. It's a neat little addition. Not too much you can gain from the dire side in this one. No real good heroes to keep snagging it. We've seen so many Morphlings versus Lycans recently, and I keep seeing that that buff. It's so good.
Oh yeah.
He gives the Morphling like insane damage every team fight. He just always holds the replicate to grab him.
Secret are holding aggressively outside of their base.
Oh, that was nice. You see, Yapzor was watching the timing on FN to Fisher exactly when the replicate was running out. So he couldn't hop to another lane and keep a split push going.
So now
and
Empire
come back with bots.
They either commit or they get out. But Secret are all bunkered back in their base. They can't move. They've got nowhere to go. Empire have full control of their jungle. Now MP, where are you heading to? MP just goes for a bit of a wander. Don't know if he's looking for the Morphling hiding or maybe Nature's Prophet TPing in somewhere to try and cut waves and split push, but regardless, he won't find anything.
Of course, now, like, Chappie's gonna be so much harder to bring down with that cheese. Mid one, again, more zips and zops. Dodging out everything.
He's got Yule Scepter now as well, so they've got ways to cancel out this silence from Ghost Stick at the very least.
What's their own pressuring situation look like? I mean, obviously they cleaned up the towers with ease, and FN is a pretty decent high ground sieger. You know, he doesn't have a Dragon Lance or anything like that, but the plus 40 damage at level 20, not too shabby.
One second, Trent.
Oh, please do. Take your time.
No, I just have to ban some racist morons from my chat, you know?
Well, come back, they're fighting.
From the corner of my eye, I see some naughty words, and now you're gone. Get the fuck out. Mid one, look at that damage, just from Adaptive Strike.
Yeah, MP had to go back to the fountain.
Dear lord.
From the E-Blade.
And Ghost Stick should probably just TP bot lane, shove this wave out as well, keep all of them across the river and close to tier 3s, because Secret, sure enough, they've got decent high ground defense, but they love...
this guy.
Which guy? Oh,
Ghost Stick.
Stick.
He's going for the bounty room.
He's farming jungle.
It's the guy who gets pinged like hell in your pub, but it was a smart move, I guess, because the Storm Spirit's out here. He could solo him at this point. Pretty sure. Well, actually, he doesn't have detection, so I guess he'd be fine, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But Empire, they're just setting up this line, you know, it's the Western Front all over again. Team Secret, pretty much in this trench. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, nowhere to farm.
Think about the bounty runes when you hit level 25. Is this Nature's Prophet? 0 cooldown.
Yeah, there was a screenshot earlier where, you know, within a space of 3 seconds or something, he had a DD rune, a bounty, like 3 bounty runes and some other rune.
Oh,
but
that's right. What's the minute timing when that
40,
happens now?
40 minutes, I think, or 45 when you get 2 runes, 2 action runes. Chappie runs away, but they found a posture again. Easy kill.
Bravery and stupidity.
Fine line between bravery and stupidity. Wise words, Juggernaut. Puppy, they're hunting him down here. Got a sentry, rules them up. Will his team come to his defense? Ghost Stick is not coming. All right, he's coming back now.
Oh, you definitely leave him. Chappie with a 1000 damage crit straight to the nuts of Puppy, and with no buyback available. They've got Aegis still for, what, a good minute or so? 30 seconds. This is time to go in. Cheese on Chappie,
Walnuts.
of course, as well.
The walnuts?
Yeah, the walnuts, Brazil nuts even.
Chestnuts? Kind of looks like a chestnut tree.
Even though I don't think a Brazil nut is actually a nut. If I remember my pub
God.
trivia, it's like a legume or some shit.
Like a peanut.
Like a peanut. Maybe
Ooh, that was a 1062 crit from Chappie.
yeah, I mean, Chappie hit onto Puppy. Is the sword there?
Yep, sword's there, man.
Can't.
The evidence. Dig me up. I dare you.
10
Cute little column. Who designed that? 12-year-old teenager. And put skulls on the columns. I love you, Val.
Empire holding the high ground. Mid one looking for a go onto FN, but it's not going to be easy, especially with the bash coming through. Mid one held in place, but there are Fishers there to block this fight off. Kezu with the blade mail up, silenced through, but Puppy overgrowth's in. This Kezu Timbersaw is being shredded. 20 seconds until he's back up and running, but Empire showing through force. Mid one. The Absol's found. The Ice Path is perfect. They just need the damage to kill him off with the Adaptive Strike there, stunning him up. The Glimmer Cape keeps him invis, but they've got
He has no
the
buyback.
kill and no buyback. You're right. Storm out of the game for 50 seconds.
Well, that's pretty much all they needed to close this one out, it looks like. I mean, Kezu's back. He's got that blade mail. Did not work last time, but he still has 10 Bloodstone charges. This is... It should be 2 lanes, I would think. They kill them so fast. They just want to rotate top. Actually, I guess you rotate bottom, right? Because that Shrine's gone. Isn't that the play?
I think you just take every lane, honestly. I mean, mid lane is pushing in naturally, so you allow the creeps to do their job down there. MP's forced to kind of go down. Top lane is a little bit more difficult. Regardless, Empire get 2 lanes of racks, or 1.5 lanes of racks, as Secret have no response to what they've been throwing at them.
And really nice play too. Just like 5 seconds left, just start leaving. You know that he has insane reach and range. You have to get back and you want to start killing that Shrine right away. You don't want to toy with the Storm Spirit whatsoever. Give him that comeback that the hero's so famous for. MP mate playing it a bit close here, I have to say. Like going for that last wave. But he will get out scot-free.
Stupendous.
Oh, this Abyssal Blade on PA is causing quite a few problems now for Secret. He can just jump in onto mid one and definitely blow him up before the Storm can really react or maneuver himself out of these team fights. FN looking for someone to blow up as well, straight up onto the front lines. Has a replicate available to get himself out of danger if Secret all converge onto his position. But look, he just goes in. The blade mail's there from Kezu. The BKB is forced out from FN, but he just replicates away. This is pressure play at its finest.
Just realizing it was the wrong base. Thought it was his own for a second or something.
Whoopsie.
Very friendly, you know. He's got his Manta style. Now, I saw that courier went down. I didn't actually check it so far, but no, there was nothing on it. So, no big deal. Jeez, look at those treants. What a hero, guys. +4 treant summon at level 15. Go, my minions. Shout out to these treants too. These things are adorable.
Just A-moving them in. Oh yeah, they're the little ones, the yellow ball.
Oh yeah,
instead of their
remember when
heads.
they die? Like roll.
Oh yeah, it rolls away. They're adorable little things.
I have to say, Midwell was doing a great job dodging all these adaptive strikes all game, and then Chabby jumps on with a missile, and I was like, well, there's your skill for you right there, you know. That's what we call the ease of execution item right there.
Yep, one button turns into one kill pretty much. Top rack's being chipped away at by the little treants. It's actually losing HP. It's losing 1 HP every like 3 rounds of attacks from them. It's not the fastest work there, but Yapsol's blown up. FN godlike streak continues, and the Yule Scepter up onto King R means that he's kept alive for a little bit longer. The Glimmer Cape, but no reveal from Secret. They found Miposhka though. The Omni Slash is there, but it's only 1 kill, and Puppey has to retreat. MP turns back onto FN. The Chikiro finally dies, but now what does MP do? He can't TP. He spins, but he's bashed and he's critted to death. Storm and Treant
dodges the overgrowth.
Yeah, Storm and Treant the only ones left alive now to defend their base in the final lane of barracks.
Empire, man. I mean, for a squad that just had the question marks being thrown around with the whole roster drop, at least from the official registration list, that was what they needed. That was the kick in the pants, man. Like, yeah, we're not messing around. Get good.
Yeah,
and, they are getting there. Of course, it's only game 1 though.
FN's trying.
Not closing it out.
FN's trying. Doesn't need to try too hard to get away from mid one. I think he's just trying to stand there in the enemy base without dying.
Oh, there we go. Go stick with the taunt as the mega creeps come out. Now we're talking. Make that money. Make it rain. Possibly, it's one of the loudest taunts left in the game, I feel like. I feel like they took away a lot of the sound effects.
What about the disco taunt
Thanks,
from
Team
Leshrac?
Unknown. Like, jeez.
Wait,
totally killed the Shadow Fiend one.
FN again. FN? Question mark. He's going into Fountain. He's trying to kill off Yapsol. He doesn't quite get it. Now he has to replicate away, but he's got no mana.
He tried to win.
What?
782 gold each.
What?
Oh, the disrespect. That's good. That's a good play to make. You know, the game's pretty much guaranteed. That's getting in their head right there.
Trent, 1 kill is like a 3,000 net worth swing.
That's like this Morphling's like, get out of my base. Donates a gem to the cause too.
What?
That's a like, why aren't you guys GGing out yet?
Yeah.
We have tier 1 mid, please.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Secret never gonna give up though. Roshan alive again, the 3rd one available here for Empire. Ghost Stick continually taunting like he does. Where's Chappie?
The Radiant Vision, and they're still not going in Roche. What is this? This is the anti-FN play.
Maybe they're just really scared.
Well, they should be, because I'm sure that Secret are thinking about going in. They want to fight before Morphling's back, one would think. Or at least if they had any inkling that they were going to go into the pit, because they do have the vision here.
And mid one definitely wants to go in and try and steal Aegis. You can feel it. Steal the Aegis and the cheese. He's got to burn so much mana to kill off 1 wave of these mega creeps, though. And it's not just the mega creeps. It's the Nature's Prophet Treants coming through. There's so many things. Here we go. They TP and Ghost Stick. Morphling's alive. He'll be able to wander himself across the river and get into the Roshan pit as well. Secret, they're grouping up, and Puppey. Invis he may be, but there are sentries around looking for him at the same time. Replicate. Taking a long time to kill off. MP, hello. There's the jump forward. FN tries to find Puppey, but the Glimmer Cape keeps him alive and healthy. FN with the Aegis keeps on running forward. Kenzu dropping low, but Miposhka has the charge in on him. Silence is there from Ghosting with a Bloodthorn damage coming out. The Lotus Orb helps keep Kenzu alive, and he will survive for now, but now he's dead. Mid one in the meantime. Chappie's hunting down Yapsor. 1, 2, 3 punch killed with an almost 1500 crit. And Ghost Stick is looking for mid one, but FN, Manta Star's up. Waveforms forward onto MP. The Juggernaut spinning back. Hopefully going to get himself to the Shrine or the Fountain. He's invis at the very least. But they're mega creeps. They're making short work of the tier 4s over in the Dire base. Chappie will come in and look to secure the throne as mid one zip zap into FN. But unfortunately it's all too little too late as their throne will die and GG is called. Game number 1 in this best of 3 of the Mr. Cat EU Invitational goes the way of Team Empire up against Team Secret.
All right, this is the, I guess, how we wanted this best of 3 to start, right? We're hoping for 3 games. Secret, of course, should be considered the favorite after their recent performance. Yes, they lost first round, Kiev, but of course they dominated right up into that. And they've been looking pretty good in all these qualifiers. They've been coming out lately as well. So this is a team getting ready, prepping for the summit coming up. So